void. This is the neutral field, the heart of God matrix, energetic core and source of all creation, the still point of wholeness. And it is not even a particle. It is only an idea that expands and contracts, manifesting as time-space constants. To be everything, you have to be nothing. The empty space where all possibilities exist in a latent state. It is not a physical location, but rather a conceptual starting point that precedes the emergence of dimensions and the universe itself. 0 point expands and contracts, giving rise to the concepts of time and space. While other dimensions are defined by their measurements and polarities, 0D transcends such dualities. It is the state of pure being without any distinctions or limitations. The endless cycle of spirit, the inspiration of 9D, creating the constants, generating the patterns of 8D, illuminating 7D, and transforming through 6D, harmonizing in 5D, experiencing in 4D, and materializing in 3D. All dimensions come back to nothingness, 0. Asking the fundamental questions like who am I or what is the meaning of existence can create a void, a space of nothing that allows us to connect with the source of all things. What is the meaning of life? The point, the idea, the void, from nothing to everything. We are thrusted into a world that is inherently unpredictable and filled with possibility. We encounter situations and choices and dilemmas that provoke a deep sense of unease within us. Anxiety is not merely a psychological state, it is a philosophical and existential inquiry. It is in the recognition of the vastness of existence, the magnitude of what is still unknown, and the weight of responsibility that arises from our freedom. It calls to question our very essence and forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge and understanding that these inherent paradoxes that accompany our human nature. The concept of the void is a profound and challenging experience that touches the deepest parts of our existence. When we confront it, it can feel as though everything we know and understand collapses into nothingness. The void strips away our illusions, revealing the terrifying realization that meaning only exists if we create it ourselves. This experience often leads to despair, confusion, and overwhelming sense of purposelessness. Yet at its core, this emptiness may hold the most sacred key to the cosmos. Human beings are wired to find meaning. As we evolve and navigate through a reality built on 3 dimensions, good, bad, and purpose. This structure mirrors the physical dimension of height, width, and depth that guide our understanding of the world. For humans, forward motion signifies progress, while backwards or lateral movement is seen as regression or avoidance. However, these concepts are not universal. They are constructs of our 3-dimensional perspective. In higher dimensions, such as 4th or 5th, direction and meaning as we know them begin to dissolve. As a result, when we encounter the vastness of multidimensional existence, the very foundation of our perception, right, wrong, meaningful, begin to fade away. The search for meaning is deeply ingrained in us. At a fundamental level, even our atoms seek harmony, constantly exchanging energy in pursuit of balance. This exchange forms the basis of life as we know it, eating, resting, producing, which together creates the equilibrium we seek in the 3rd dimension. Our minds, having evolved over millennia, have been conditioned to fill any empty space, whether physical or conceptual. Just as we nourish our bodies, we also strive to nourish our minds by seeking answers, completing thoughts, and finding meaning. When we do so, we feel a sense of fullness and satisfaction. However, when we begin to explore multidimensional or spiritual concepts, we are confronted with an endless, incomprehensible vastness. Our minds, accustomed to completing the image, find themselves unable to do so. This is where pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where we see familiar patterns in unrelated objects, comes into play. We project familiar images into the unknown, creating gods, angels, symbols to help us understand the infinite. But as we dig deeper into the infinite mystery, we realize that these images are false idols constructed by our minds in a desperate attempt to make sense of something beyond our comprehension. In the void, the mind collapses, emotions go unprocessed, and we feel lost in the sea of uncertainty. The more we try to find meaning in higher dimensions, the more we realize that no single meaning exists. All directions, all senses, all possibilities are infinite, and none are definitive. This realization creates a crisis within us, because our entire being, mind, body, and soul has been designed to navigate a world of meaning. Yet there is a hidden gift in the void. When we stop searching for meaning, when we let go of the need to exist in a way we know it, we find a profound peace. We open ourselves to new possibilities, new ways of being that are not bound by the constraints of the mind. The void then becomes a space of creation, a fertile ground for the emergence of new ideas, new experiences, and new forms of existence. In the modern world, we often find ourselves disconnected from the sense of the void. The constant barrage of information, that need for productivity, and the relentless pursuit of success can leave little room for the contemplation of the unknown. We are focused on filling the void with meaning, with distractions, with tangible outcomes that we forget the importance of simply being in the void, of allowing ourselves to exist in a state of openness and potential. This illuminates our thinking process. The more we create space in our lives, we access the infinite possibilities. Self-referentia is inner alchemy. We are not bound by the constructs of reality, but we are part of the infinite field of potential that extends far beyond what we can perceive. Through the void, we can come to realize that true freedom lies not in what we know, but in our ability to exist beyond the limits of perception and existence. Release your identity, shed the accumulated layers of self, abandon all notions of destiny and drive. Here lies life's greatest paradox. Fulfillment comes only when you relinquish the very pursuit of it. True rebirth begins at zero, a complete letting go. It means releasing your grip on the physical, emotional, and mental constructs that define you. To achieve unity, you must first empty yourself completely, returning to zero. I am the void. I am nothing. I am everything. I am the breath of life. I am.